The craziest part about it is you see the photo and they're like, surely that's a dude. And that's so funny because what the fuck do you look like, dumb fuck?
Well,
what do you look like? Okay? It's not. You're just being a rude piece of shit. Like, you're just being a rude piece of shit. That's it. That's all this is. It's just you vice signaling. You're like, oh, well, I don't find her to be fuckable. So she's not a woman? That's what it is?
Well, this was a moment of history. It happened earlier today in France, and a major controversy, too, has now erupted out of Paris. An Algerian boxer shown in the red uniform who failed a gender eligibility test last year has now won an opening fight after only 46 seconds. Her opponent breaking down in tears, calling it, quote, unjust. Greg Palcott picks it up from London with more on what happened in the ring. Greg.
Hey, Bill. Yeah, big controversy indeed at the Olympics. A boxer deemed a biological male beating an Italian female opponent with a...
That's awesome. That's not what this is at all. Every part of this is wrong. Literally every part of this is wrong. And this is being covered as like truthful, accurate news. This isn't just like Jesse Waters. This is the objective reporting arm of Fox News. You need to understand this. Like, this is the morning show, okay? In the morning show, if you know anything about fucking Fox News, the morning part of the show is supposed to be more objective, like real news coverage, okay? This speaks truth, and the reason this shit is happening, the damage and wokeness that libs of TikTok have done on this app cannot be overstated 100%. This is why I really don't think both sides are the same, man. This is just awful. They just completely lie about shit. Now with zero care for reality. I never said both sides are the same, okay? But if the Democratic Party fucking is fearful of the transphobic sentiment that they're hearing from broader subsects of society and don't actually fucking actively fight back against this, then Democratic Party politicians are the same as the Republican Party politicians. Because at the end, the ultimate changes in society are still going to be led by the Republican Party, okay? Icy Vert made it on the broadcast back-to-back days. Damn. Yeah. Oh, like, this is a big fucking deal. The reason why I'm talking about this is not because, like, oh, here Hasan goes again, defending trans people. Who gives a shit? Like, first of all, I do give a shit, okay? It's still a form of bigotry that I think is completely unacceptable. That's number one. Number two is that this goes even beyond transphobia in this situation because it is at the heart of my major problem with the age of disinformation online, okay? This is not even a trans person, but people are just running with this narrative that she is a trans person, that she is a biological male, born a biological male, which is like inherently transphobic to begin with, okay? But it's like, you don't understand. I'm not only just defending trans women in this situation, I'm defending cis women too. That is a cis woman that they're just calling a man. How do we get here?
Italian crying out, I couldn't take it anymore, despite failing that gender test by the...
Like, look. Next time we should just start allowing these boxers to bring brass knuckles because they identify as brass knuckle having females. It's like, bro, that's a woman, dog. That's a woman. You think she's not, but that is a woman. Not a trans woman, a cis woman, okay? That is a cis woman, okay? She got a pussy, she got a uterus. That's a cis woman. Do you feel me? Do you understand me on this? You are suspecting her of not being that, and you're just running along with that, and you're hitting this with like the classic transphobia angle, which is like, I personally think I identify as an attack helicopter. Like, that's what you're doing here.
International Boxing Association and being banned from an international tournament last year.
What the fuck?
Algerian 25-year-old.
Bro, they hit a fucking 9/11 image, dude. That's so funny. That's hilarious. They accidentally slid the 9/11 image in there.
Khalif was okayed by Olympic authorities to compete. And apparently today it was a very one-sided fight with Italian Angela Carini, also 25. After just 46 seconds and several sharp punches to the head, including the nose by Khalif, Carini abandoned the fight, threw her helmet to the floor, stormed off the boxing ring, and in fact went on to say that she had never felt such strong blows in a contest before. Now, Algerian Khalif has competed for several years in other international tournaments, including the Olympics, but was banned last year due to, according to officials, elevated levels of testosterone. Algerian sports officials have called the charges against Khalif baseless, but others have raised concerns.
This isn't even that person. What is happening? This isn't even Khalif. They're just like showing a... Dude, this reporting does not even like... This reporting is basically just straight up like what I suspect from like a psychotic, transphobic, like right-wing YouTube page. Okay? Like that's crazy. Like they don't even give a fuck.
Concerns about the health of opposing athletes when, according to one, a man fights a woman. And Khalif is not the only one getting attention. Taiwan boxer Lin Yu Ting is competing in the Olympics, including a fight tomorrow, and has also been deemed a biological male, according to the International Boxing Association. In a statement.
Yeah, there's a reason why it's not, this is not IBA standards, okay? Like, and it's not because of woke. It's not because of woke gender. Like, the IOC is not using IBA standards, okay? What the fuck? What is happening?
And the IBA said in part, this test conclusively indicated that both athletes did not meet necessary eligibility criteria and were found to have competitive advantages over other female competitors. One more quote from the defeated Italian: boxing is a sport that teaches you to have respect for the opponent. It cannot and must not become an abuse. Back to you, Bill.
What a story. I think it's quite a moment in this whole campaign, whether it's here or overseas. Greg, thank you for that in London. We got more on this now, Dana.
Want to bring in Clarissa Shields. She's a professional boxer and a two-time Olympic gold medalist. It's great to have you. And her necklace there says, "Quote was the greatest woman of all time." It is really good to have you here. You've competed in 2 Olympics. This, you told us in the break, was not an issue when you were in the Olympics. And there's the medals. What do you think about all of this?
Well, my first Olympics, I was 17 years old, so I hadn't even fully developed as a woman, so I couldn't imagine getting inside the ring with the biological man. I mean, even though I spar against the men, but fighting for the Olympics is way bigger than that. It's so much more on the line. So to have to go in there with the opposite gender when, look, women fight against women, men fight against men. So I don't even see how the Olympics done something like this.
You know, I watched this video earlier today, Clarissa. Have you seen it of the Italian boxer saying, "I'm out"? Have you seen the video yet?
I've seen it.
I mean, she really looked scared to me. What did you think?
You know, I grew up in a gym sparring against a lot of guys and stuff, but every fighter, woman fighter, does not do that. So, so the power to her did seem like it was much bigger and much stronger, and it did scare her, you know. And I don't know how old she is, but it's still like when you're born, and man, you're already born with the bigger muscles and a bigger neck, and you've grown up to be a man. You know, you didn't change genders when you was a kid, so it's, to me, it's just unfair, and I just can't believe that it's being done, and I just couldn't.
That's crazy that she literally gave a fucking she gave the exact opposite quote to the New York Times. Like, none of what she is saying happened. None of what she is saying happened in this situation. They're just making all this shit up. Will there be any fucking corrections on this? Probably not.
These boxers are completely eligible. They are women on their passports. They are women who have competed in the Tokyo Olympics, and they have been competing for many years. I think we all have a responsibility to tone it down and not turn it into a witch hunt, said IOC spokesperson Mark Adams at a news conference on Tuesday. However, prominent figures on social media criticized Khalif's participation in the games. Ex-owner Elon Musk amplified a tweet from swimmer Riley Gaines that stated, "Men don't belong in women's sports," while author J.K. Rowling falsely referred to Khalif as a male who knows he's protected by a misogynist sporting establishment, enjoying the distress of a woman he has just punched in the head. The fact is that Khalif is participating in the games because she is allowed to by the rules and has passed the IOC's standards. The current aggression against these 2 athletes is based entirely on this arbitrary decision, said the boxing unit and IOC in a statement Thursday, referring to the IBA ban.
There's no other world where there is no other world where like the natural genetic advantages that one person has over the other is considered to be inappropriate. That's what makes sports great. Okay? Look at the ticker. No indication that Khalif or Lynn identify as transgender or intersex.
Imagine it happening to me.
There's not that many women who are willing to stand up and say this is wrong.
One of the craziest parts about this is like being a black woman who's a dominant athlete, not realizing that like black women who are dominant athletes are the first to be transvestigated, like historically, including Serena Williams, but like not limited to just Serena Williams either. So like they will call you a man soon too when your fucking highlight reel comes out, okay? And is like recirculating. This is what a lot of women who are engaging in this kind of fucking transphobia don't understand. They don't get it. People don't understand it. They're doing it to Simone Biles right now. They're doing it to Katie Ledecky. Iman Khalif, Duty Chan, Caster Semenya, Anit Nageza. Anyone noticing a common thread among female athletes who have been falsely subjected to transphobic attacks and allegations? Yeah, the Katie Ledecky one is the unique one because she's a white blonde woman. But yeah, usually it's just women of color that get fucking transvestigated aggressively. I mean, this is such a bad take. What is a bad take? It's not a bad take at all. This is very common. People do this shit. People do this shit to female athletes of color so much. Okay? They do this to female athletes of color non-fucking stop. I don't know what you already said, but Karina shouted, it's not fair, it's not fair. Then when all the mess started, her coach said that she had a problem with her teeth. Many people in Italy thought she wanted a spot in the Maloney government, but who knows? Yeah, it's just racism and misogyny. It's fucking lame as hell.
I admire you for doing so. Do you think the Olympics will have
They're
a change of heart here? I mean,
notes.
if you see her, that young woman from Italy, she worked just as hard as anybody else to get to the Olympics, and her dream was dashed in 46 seconds because of him.
It is very hard to qualify for the Olympics. You have to go through
Yo, this shit is gross, man. You're a fucking freak. You're a fucking disgusting freak piece of shit.
so many different.
You're like deliberately misgendering. Crowder closed. The male stole Angela Carini's Olympic dream and her promise to her late father. I mean, I don't want to watch this fucking washed up loser, dude. Bro, she tapped out in 45 seconds and we're still having this conversation. Once again, I want to point out that they are doing this to everybody. They're doing this to Katie Ledecky. They're doing this to they're doing this transvestigation to the American rugby player. Jake Paul, this is sickening. This is a travesty. It doesn't matter what you believe. This is wrong and dangerous. Yeah, you're right, man. 96,000 likes. This is her a few hours ago. She seems to have done a lot of talking. Yeah, Algerian boxer was born a woman. Iman is a woman. She has hyperandrogenism, a condition characterized by abnormally high androgen levels in the blood, leading to elevated testosterone in the presence of XY chromosomes. This is a natural disorder. I don't even know that we know that, by the way. Like, we don't even know if that's the case. That's what the suspicion is. Did you see the whole fight? I don't mean to be disrespectful to the other Italian lady, but she's just genuinely ass at boxing. She dropped her guard and took on punches that I don't think amateur boxers would even take. Here, I'll watch the 45. Well, Eurosport's unavailable in my region. Imagine being from a rural region of fucking Algeria, okay? And like working your whole goddamn life, getting fucking 9 knockouts. Like you've lost 9 fights. I think that not all 9 of them were KOs. You finally fucking get to this situation where you're like dominant, competing at the fucking global stage, and you beat your opponent in 45 seconds because she can't keep her hands up, breaks her fucking nose, and quits 45 seconds in. And then the entire world's like, sorry, you're too fucking brolic. So I don't think you're a woman. I think you have a penis. I'm going to imagine that you have a penis. And literally everyone's like, hey, here's our united statement, joint Paris 2024 boxing unit IOC statement. This is a woman. This is a cis woman. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is a cis woman. While the statement is welcome, it's important to stand in solidarity with Iman, who has been subjected to the worst kinds of attacks. Okay, that's not bad. Never mind. I thought that the response is still, he's a man. This is fucking mental illness, dude. This is just mental illness. There's nothing else here. 13.5 KO percentage. She's had 5 KOs and she's lost 9 fights. Oh, Elon deleted all his tweets about Iman. Yeah, fuck that piece of shit. Cowardly piece of shit. He's probably worried he's going to get sued for defamation, except his entire fucking platform is still running with this narrative, regardless of the fact that, you know, he deleted his own personal fucking tweets. Freak. Bitch ass. Ignore the tweet, but here's the full fight. Yeah, Riley Gaines. Riley Gaines is another perfect representation of this. Riley Gaines herself is brolic as shit. The very same transphobic people think she's a man. And her entire career is constantly pointing at fucking cis women and being like, they're probably men. They're probably trans. It's like, bro, look at your own damn self. You got brolic ass shoulders. Look at your goddamn fucking clavicles, dumb fuck. What are you doing running around calling cis women trans for being brolic? You fucking idiot. J.K. Rowling posted this shit too. I woke up to this like unimaginable cruelty on the fucking timeline. That shit is so annoying, dude. Anyway, we're going to move on.
Well, good afternoon.
Algerian boxer Iman Khalif won her first match of the 2024 Paris Olympics when her opponent, Angela Carini of Italy, quit after taking several blows to the face in the opening seconds of the bout. The victory only fueled the misguided controversy around Khalif, who has been targeted by critics misgendering her throughout the games. Born in 1999 in Algeria, Khalif has been boxing since she was a child and has always competed in women's categories. She competed in the Women's World Boxing Championships in New Delhi in 2018, finishing in 17th place, and in Russia the following year. At the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games, she reached the quarterfinals and finished second in the 2022 Women's World Championships in Istanbul. The controversies of the past few days have taken serious issues such as hyperandrogenism, the excessive production of testosterone by female bodies, and intersexuality, where someone is born with sex characteristics that doesn't fit neatly into traditional definitions of male and female, and debased them. They further poisoned an already very sensitive debate around transgender women's participation in the Olympics and sports competitions in general. Beyond everything, however, the fact remains that Iman Khalif has always defined herself as a woman, and the IOC is allowing her to participate in the Olympics as such. Despite the assaultive public opinion, there is nothing more to add. If you found this video informative, then make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this, and thanks for watching.